Okay, hello everyone. This is Dave Holman. A little bit of a late start here, but broke the speed limit to get down here and get set up. The game is just underway, and that's Jack DeMario on third base. Danny Mangan grounded out to second, so we have one away in the top of the first inning, and one strike on Zach Claiborne, the starting shortstop for the Knights this evening. Was swing and a miss, strike two. And I'm going to do my best to get up to speed here. That is Simone's on the mound for CJ starting tonight. Ball missing just high, and the count is 1-2. That ball is popped high in the air, and it looks like it will just be over the first base fence. And the count holds at 1-2 on Zach Claiborne. On deck, we have Luke Ewald. And in case you're wondering, Sam McClanahan gets the start tonight for the Knights. Oh, that was a curveball that missed outside, but strike three. And there are two outs in the inning, and Luke Ewald comes to the plate. It's a foul tip back to the fence. Simone's delivers. Strike two. Strike three. And the Knights are down in the top of the first. So after one half inning of baseball, Alter 0, CJ coming to bat. Okay, there's a lot of music playing in the background, so you'll hear me cutting in and out. That is A.J. Solomon, the starting second baseman for CJ up first. Sam McClanahan is on the mound for the Knights, and first pitch is a ball. Second pitch high. 2 balls. So Zach Claiborne is at second base this evening. And it's Jack to try off field. Okay, so that first pitch hits the batter, and that was Wisman, who moves on to first, and that brings up the first baseman, Sebastian Gongora, first baseman. So Sam working himself into a slight jam here after getting the first batter of the inning out. And Alter's got to play some defense here. And that's strike one. The delivery, strike two. So McClanahan coming out of the gate with 2 quick strikes on Gongora. And the 0-2. Oh, he got him looking, and throw. Mengen not able to handle the throw from DeMario. Goes in the dugout, and 1 run scores. And it's CJ 1, Alter nothing. So as I said earlier this season, when you play a team like CJ, zero room for error. You've got to execute, play solid. So the 0-2 delivery. Ball's fouled back to the fence. Infield is up. Just missing outside. McClanahan brings the 1-2. That ball's in the dirt. Ewald does a nice job of blocking up. It's a very deep porch here tonight at Howe Field. It's a thick grass and potential extra bases for any ball that goes to the backstop. That gets away from Ewald. Runner's coming. There's a play. Oh, and he got him at the plate, stealing home. Nice throw from his knees by Ewald, and nice tag for McClanahan. He reaches up with the glove, shows it to him, and there are 2 outs in the inning. So we count is full here. So Alter in a good spot to get out of here with only giving up 1 run in the first inning. Ball is fouled back to the fence. So again, count is full. That ball is driven to right field. That's going to be extra bases. Scheretti over to quickly cut it. He gets it in, and CJ is once again in business. Snyder. That was Gongora, who's on second base, and Snyder comes to the plate. So that's that play at home where we caught the base runner trying to steal ends up being a big play if Alter can still get out of this inning. And that is strike 1. And I'm still a little out of sorts here. I'm trying to set up and call the game. So give me just a few more minutes and we will be locked and loaded here for the rest of the game. McClanahan comes to the plate. That ball is high, and that will get away from Ewald, and the runner will move over to third base. And the count is 1-1. Here comes the pitch. That ball is high in the air, but foul. And count is 1-2 now. That is the center fielder, Snyder, for CJ. Up to bat. And the 1-2 delivery. That's a ground ball, and that was in foul territory, and it just grazed Gongora. But he was in foul, being in foul territory, where you want to be as a base runner. No harm, no foul, other than just the pain of the contact. So we have Wayner, Barhorst, and Scheretti, our starting outfielders, moving left to right. Ball just missed. Danny Mangan at third base tonight. Jack DeMario at short. Zach Claiborne at second. And Alex Dunkel getting the start at first base. That ball went flying into the CJ dugout, and bodies went flying in all directions to get away from it. There's no fencing in front of either dugout, so you've got to be awake the entire game, or you will wear a ball. The 2-2 delivery from McClanahan. Swing and a miss, and Alter gets out of the inning, just giving up one run. And at the end of one complete, score is 1-0 CJ. Okay, Matt Chiaretti leads things off here for the Knights in the top half of the second inning. So the wind blowing straight out, home to center field. Very overcast night, dark clouds. Looks like we could even get a stray shower here by the end of the game. And Chiaretti takes the first pitch right over the middle for strike one. Ball is popped up about 14 feet in the air. Catcher takes one step and makes the catch for out number one. So Kevin Barhorst comes to the plate, and there has been an Achilles heel for Alter this year. It has been the batting, and if Alter could just get a little more consistent hitting the ball, they would. I'll tell you, they could actually be close to 500 baseball right now. So as it stands, they're at 6-14, which is a vast improvement from last year. But Alter wanting more, and they have an opportunity this week with a lot of baseball to be played. Still, this is game 2 of a 5-game stretch for the Knights. And that's a ball, and the count is 2-1. So CJ comes into the game with a 17-2 record, 9-1. Swing, strike two, 17-2 record, and running away with a 9-1 record in the GCL North. They are looking to pick up. That's a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman scoops it and throws off balance and bounces it over to first, and Kangor not able to hold on to it, and Barhorst is aboard here. So Alter already doing better against CJ than the first outing at the plate. But last night, Alter, of course, winning against Thurgood Marshall 10-0. Tonight is CJ. Tomorrow's Miami Trace. Thursday is Brookville, and then a doubleheader on Saturday at Miamisburg. So Weather will be sketchy, but if they would get those in, be a lot of games played this week rather, and squares up Mengen. Ryan Mengen squares up to bunt, and it's a call strike. Throw over to first, and he is back safely. So Ryan Mengen, the DH tonight for the Knights. The delivery runner's going, and he was dead to rights, and the catcher did not even leave his knees, just a very strong arm, and it looks like the first couple steps the Barhorst had trouble gripping the dirt, and so 2 outs now in the inning, 2 strikes for the Knights, and Mengen at the plate. That's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, who knocks it down barehanded and throws over to first, and the side is retired. So 1.5 complete, 1-0 CJ. So Jake Hyatt, the catcher for CJ, leads things off here in the bottom half of the second inning. Hyatt making that throw down to second in the top half of the inning to cut down Kevin Barhorst stealing. First pitch just missing low. Ball 1. There's a strike. And McClanahan working from the stretch, now moving over to the windup. There's a foul back to the fence, and the count is 1-2. So the 1-2 delivery. There's a pop up. That is foul. Out of play. 1-2 delivery. Ball missing, low. 2-2 is the count. And that ball was high, and the count is now full. So McClanahan throwing a lot of pitches here. Cannot go full count to every batter and expect to stay in the whole game here. That ball is fouled up and out of play. CJ is a contact team, meaning that they will be patient up at the plate. They will get a quality at bat, then they'll more than likely put a ball in play somewhere. So Alter needing to play defense when that ball is out there. And there's a line drive into the middle. Wainer over and throws it back in. And the leadoff batter's on base, so that will bring up Huffman for CJ. Huffman, the right fielder for CJ. Height gets a lead. And took too much time. Huffman asked for time. And the delivery. There's a strike. There's a ground ball. DeMario is able to get a glove on it, but had to go across the middle and is unable to make a play. So the first two for the inning has reached for CJ. And the left fielder, Tillman, will come to the plate. Tillman hitting in the 8th slot for CJ. The delivery, and there's a bunt, foul. So Claiborne did not break for first. Dunkel came up, and so did McClanahan. So they've got to communicate. If there is a bunt down the first base line, nobody will be there to take the throw. The delivery squares up, and that goes right past McClanahan, and everybody is on board. And so worst situation here, bases are loaded, no outs, and that will bring up Chris Benoit. So no outs here in the first, bases loaded, corners are up, and first pitch is in the dirt, and Ewald is able to block that up. So Alter, the middle of the infield, is back in double play depth, willing to concede the run to get 2 outs. That ball missed high. 2-0, and don't want to go 3-0 with Benoit. The delivery, swing, and a chop foul over to the on-deck circle for CJ. And the count is 1-2 on Benoit. The delivery that is hit high and deep to right field. Scheretti over. He makes the catch, but that will score a run on the tag up. And CJ takes a 2-0 lead here. And A.J. Solomon, the leadoff batter for CJ, comes to the plate with runners on first and third. This is a grass field here. Mangan charging up, anticipating the bunt. So the very thick grass throw over to first. So Alter used to playing on that the synthetic surface at Wright State. This is very different. And CJ trying to draw a throw. McClanahan just electing to throw the pitch, and runner will jog on over to second base. So runners on second and third. Scoreboard says 2 outs. Thought there was 1 out. And it also said that was a strike, so I probably missed that one. So runners on second and third. Ball in the dirt again. Ewald blocking that up. So 1-1 the count. That ball is hit high to left field. Wayner makes the catch. Runner on third will tag, and another run will come in. But there are 2 outs in the inning. So that will bring up Andrew Simones, the pitcher. So with bases loaded and no outs, I'll turn a position here to just give up 2 runs in the inning, which would be a good comeback here, all things considered. First pitch is over for a strike. McClanahan delivers. That ball is hit, crushed to left field. Wayner's running back, and it's over his head. That will score 1. That ball was just crushed, and Wayner having difficulty finding it, picking it up late off the bat. And Wisman comes to the plate. Wisman starting at shortstop tonight. Last game against the Knights, he was the starting pitcher. Ball high. continuing to get darker and darker here. So should it rain and should we have inclement weather, I will stay on as long as I can, but I'm playing here with some pretty expensive equipment and don't want anything to happen to it. That ball is hit high in the air. That's a no man's territory. Bar Horse sits underneath and makes the catch. So score is 4-0 at the end of 2. Okay, top of the 3rd inning. Alter having some work to do here, and Andrew Weiner comes to the plate with Alex Dunkel on deck. First pitch is over for a strike. Strike 2. 2 straight pitches right over the plate, fastballs. Strike 3. And there's one down in the inning. And Alex Dunkel will come to the plate, and Jack DeMario comes out on the on-deck circle for the Knights. There's a strike. So four straight strikes here. Fastballs right over the plate. Alter needing to get the bat off their shoulder. There's a off speed. Ball 1. Needing to look at those early pitches, because once you go down in the count, exponentially batting average drops. Got frozen on an off-speed pitch for strike 2. And Dunkel finds himself down in the count, 1-2. There's strike 3, same pitch. And so quickly, 2 outs in the inning, and Jack DeMario comes to the plate. So 7 pitches so far in the inning for CJ. Ball 1 high. Fastball high. And 2-0 the count. DeMario ground ball, shortstop charges, throws over to first, and the side is retired. So The end of 2.5 complete. The score CJ 4, Alter 0. Okay, Gongora, Snyder, and Height coming to the plate for CJ here. So Sebastian Gongora settles in at the plate, one of several left-handed batters for CJ, and he takes ball one. Ball missing high, 2-0. Ball missing, 3-0. So for the most part, McClanahan has been ahead of each batter he has faced, but not the case here with Gongora. And there's strike one. So the count is 3-1. There's strike two. So McClanahan battling back here after going down in the count 3-0. We are now full. And here comes the payoff pitch. That ball is a ground ball to right field deep, and that is one bounces to the fence. Scheretti in, and as deep as that ball went to the fence, Alter lucky if that was just a double. So Snyder comes to the plate after a leadoff double by Gongora. Swing and a miss for strike one. Alter picking up offensively right where they left off from the first matchup. So I'd lost track as to how many doubles they had in that game, but they just smooth long drives are doing it for them. It's ball high, 1-1. There's a nice pitch by McClanahan, and he is ahead in the count 1-2. McClanahan delivers. That ball is strong line drive, but foul down the left field line. And Ewald and McClanahan having a conversation while Wayner tracked that foul ball down. The delivery, ball missing high, 2-2. So aside from the threat of rain here, perfect playing conditions. Just a very slight breeze. The sun's not in any of the players' eyes, and the temperature is very comfortable. So hopefully the rain will hold off. That ball is popped up in the infield. Claiborne makes the catch, and that's one out in the inning. So Jake Hyatt comes to the plate, the catcher for CJ. With one out here. And that was the shortest walk-up music all night. I forgot to hit the play button, and there's a good 2 seconds of it. There's strike one. The delivery. Ball is also popped up in the air over near the dugout and just hit the top of the dugout by about 6 inches. So Dunkel was waiting for the ball, and it just shifted a wee bit. So 0-2 the count. The delivery. That ball is hit high to left field. Wayner makes the catch and quickly gets it back in. There will be no tag up, and there are now 2 outs in the inning. So Andrew Tillman comes to the plate. So they announced Tillman is the batter, but Huffman is the next batter, and Huffman settles in at the plate. Yet another left-hander. So 2 outs in the inning. That's a ground ball chopped foul down the first baseline. 1 strike. So Alter looking to escape this inning unscathed after giving up a very deep leadoff drive to right field fence. So Alter definitely playing with more confidence this go around against CJ. Never really in that first game, but tonight they're battling and hanging in there. They just need to get some things going offensively at the plate. Ball just missed. Ewald left it up there framed for a minute. Not getting any help from the umpire. And 1-1 is the count. This time a throw back to second. Clanahan taking too much time. I was waiting for that timeout to be called. And the delivery. There's a strike. And 1-2 is the count. Ewald doing a nice job of just holding that ball up there. Just giving the umpire an extra split second to check the location. And the count is 1-2, and here's the delivery. That's a ground ball. That's in the gap. Wayner charges, but a run scores.
That was a base hit and an RBI by Jack Huffman.
So the score is now 5-0 CJ. So Andrew Tillman comes to the plate. Alter nearly escaping that inning without a run, but not to be. And the score is now 5-0. That ball bounced up just behind the plate, and the runner Huffman will move on to second with the stolen base. And 1 ball on the batter. That is a foul ball. 1-1's the count. That ball short. So a couple pitches, this batter, Sam, is not reaching out and extending, and the ball is falling short in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed. And 2-2. And the delivery. That ball was in the dirt. Ewald blocks up and prevents the steal. And the count is now full. Cannot go any further with Tillman. And we need an out here just to get out of this inning. The delivery. That's a check swing foul ball. The ball is popped up. Claiborne wants it, and the Knights are out of the inning here. But they give up 1 run in the inning, and at the end of 3, the score is 5-0 CJ. Danny Mangan looking to start things off for the Knights here in the top half of the fourth inning. Alter needing to get some base runners here to just, if they have any hope of jumping back in this game. First pitch is high, ball one. Ball two in the dirt. So the Knights hitting the road again tomorrow, traveling out to Washington Courthouse to play Miami Trace. There's strike one. And then going west on Thursday to play Brookville before coming home. Strike two to Dayton, but playing a doubleheader at Miamisburg on Saturday against a very solid Miamisburg Viking baseball team. And then it's tournament time. Swing and a miss. And Mangan is down here for out number one. So Zach Claiborne comes to the plate. And I just felt the first couple raindrops here, so a little concerned. I will keep things going as long as I can, but at some point I may need to say goodbye, so we'll see what happens. Claiborne taking ball one. Claiborne asking for time. There's a strike. Hopefully it's just a few stray raindrops here, nothing more. Ball two. So the Alter Knights seeing a steady stream of fastball, changeup, curveball here. There's a fastball just missing. And 3-1 is the count. Ewald on deck for the Knights. Ground ball to shortstop. Wisman is not able to come up with it. Looks like it went up in his glove and then just kind of rolled off the top of it. And Claiborne is on base here. And that will bring up Moose. And outfielders not really giving Ewald a lot of respect out there. Foul ball. Claiborne leads off at first. Ball outside. 1-1. Throw over to first. Claiborne back easily. Another throw over. Pitch high. 2-1. Ooh. Caught him with an off-speed pitch there. And the count is 2-2. So he is leaving those off speed really short. It's difficult to get to. Chiaretti on deck. And he checked his swing on the appeal. The umpire in the field said yes, he did check his swing. And the count is full. Ewald fouls that one over the right field fence. Quick throw over. Ooh, and Mike Hosel, who was down on his knees at third base in a squatting, or actually in a squatting position, had to quickly jump out of the way or he would have worn that. And the count is full once again. The delivery, ball's high, and Ewald of quality at bat jogs down to first base, and we have two on base here with one out, and hopefully Knights can sustain this drive here. Chiaretti fouls that one back to the fence. The 0-1 delivery. One. Ball is fouled off. Strike two, so the count is 1-2 on Chiaretti. Claiborne at second base, Ewald at first. The Knights trailing 5-0 here in the top half of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. And there are two outs in the inning.
Center fielder, number 8, Kevin Barhorse.
And that will bring up Kevin Barhorse with two outs. Ball falls short, but nobody running. And the count is 1-0 on the senior left fielder, or center fielder, Kevin Barhorst. Ryan Mangan, the DH, on deck for the Knights, should Barhorst reach. There's a ground ball to second base, fielded cleanly, and throws over to first to retire the Knights here in the top half of the fourth inning. So after 3.5 complete, 5-0 is your score. Cam Benoit comes to the plate, the starting third baseman for CJ. And a special shout out tonight, all the way up into the northern peninsula of Michigan, to Adam McClanahan, who couldn't be here tonight in person but is watching the game from his hotel room. Adam, wish you were here. And 1-1 the count here on Benoit. So tomorrow night's game, you got to be in person if you want to watch it. Ball high. I will not be able to be there with previous commitments going on. So it's a nice hour drive from Dayton out there. Hope you can make it to support the team. And the count is 3-1 here, so McClanahan not wanting to put that leadoff batter on base here, bottom half of the fourth inning. And there's strike two. Nice pitch right on the corner. And the count is full. And the full count delivery, swing and a miss. So McClanahan getting a strikeout for out number one of the inning. And so A.J. Solomon comes to the plate. Strike one. So, strike two. So, McClanahan, after a couple of early balls here, has just come back strike, 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 strike. So, good sign. Overall, Sam's looks strong tonight. Good miss. And it's 1-2. You don't want them all to be strikes here. Got to mix it up, especially ahead in the count. Just missed 2-2. And that hit the batter, and he will move on over to first.
The pitcher, number 11,
And
Andrew Simones.
Andrew Simones, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Throw over. Good throw over because he looked like he was going to be going. And he looks like he is still going. There he goes. Throw down. And not in time. And that was a ball on the pitch. Ball two outside. Fouled up and behind the press box. 2-1 is the count. Ball is hit straight away center. Barhorst is back, makes the catch. Benoit will tag up. Or not Benoit. I'm sorry, that was a leadoff batter. Nick Wisman comes to the plate. That was Solomon who tagged up and ran to third base. And 2 outs in the inning. Once again, we'll see if Alter can get out of this unscathed. Ball. There's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 is the count. Just missing high. 2-1. It's a ground ball over to Claiborne, who throws over to first. The Knights get out of the inning here. So at the end of 4 complete, score 5-0 CJ. Okay, designated hitter Ryan Mangan leads things off here for the Knights in the top half of the 5th inning. So it is Mangan, Wayner, Dunkel, and hopefully more. There's a ground ball off the end of the bat. He's got to move quickly, and Mangan is on board. Second baseman for CJ coming up, charging the ball, and because of that thick grass, just unable to grip it and rip it. So Mangan is on board, and that brings up Andrew Wayner. Third baseman playing even with the bag, not anticipating a sacrifice. Wayner swings, and that was a very late swing for strike 1. So Dunkel on deck for the Knights, and then we are at the top of the order. There's a bunt. Back to the pitcher who fields it cleanly, throws over to first for the out. So Wayner does his job advancing Mangan to second base. Dunkel comes to the plate. Strike one. Or, I'm sorry, that first pitch was a ball, so now it's 2-0. Ball is fouled up and back. Oh, they just caught Mangan. Oh, but a bad handling of the ball by Wisman, and Mangan gets second life, moving on to third base. So he was absolutely dead to rights. Deer in the headlight, and Wisman was looking to make the throw before he had the ball in his glove, and as a result, Mangan is over on third base, and that's a strike. That was a very high strike. That was up at above his letters. And 2-2 is the count. And that's a ground ball, and that's going to score a run. So Dunkel does his job, and Alter is on the scoreboard here. And so with 2 outs, Jack DeMario comes to the plate. Alter not nearly as intimidated playing CJ tonight against the defending state champions. It's ball one in the dirt. And CJ's pitching coach will ask for a quick timeout, go out and have a word at the mound. Nobody up in the bullpen for CJ, so he's just going out there just to talk through things. Mangan on deck for the Knights. And we're about set to begin here once again, and Jack DeMario settles into the box. His back foot on the back corner of the box. The 1-0 delivery. And that is ball 2. .3-0 is the count. And Jack DeMario one ball away from jogging down to first base here with 2 outs with Danny Mangan on deck. And there's a strike. So 3-1 pitch, but this next one's got to be right where Jack likes it. Ball 4, Jack DeMario's on base. So the Knights battling here in the 5th inning, and Danny Mangan comes to the plate. Mengen due here for one of those line drive shots in the gap. Quick throw over to first. Claiborne's now moved out to the on-deck circle for the Knights. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Runner going. There's a ground ball. Oh, perfectly executed. Second baseman went over to make that play to receive the throw, and that is exactly where Mengen put the ball. So you could not have executed that any better than they did. And first and third here with Zach Claiborne at the plate, and Alter in a position here to do some further damage here in the fifth. So Mengen leading off at first, Demario at third. Just a soft toss over to first base. Moose on deck in his shin guards. There's strike one at the knees. Mengen a little bit bigger lead, and that will draw a throw over. That ball is fouled back to the screen, and Claiborne finds himself down 0-2 in the count here. Runner going, and pitch not even made. Mengen thrown out easily at second base, and that's it for the Knights here in the top half of the fifth inning. Score 5-1, CJ. Sebastian Gongora will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for CJ. Ball 1. There's ball 2 in the dirt. CJ has someone up, starting to loosen in the bullpen. There's a ground ball just out of the reach of a diving Claiborne. And Gongora is on base, and that will bring up Dylan Snyder, the center fielder for CJ. That's in the dirt. Ewald does a great job of blocking that in front of him, preventing a steal. And Alter's bullpen back up and throwing. High throw over to first, but Dunkel is able to come down with it. Ball 2. That ball is high. Sam needs to battle back here one pitch at a time. Settle down. You're fine, Sam. Let's go. One pitch at a time here. And a big lead at first base. And McClanahan's going to acknowledge that and throw over. There's a strike. And 3-1 is the count. There's strike 2. So McClanahan doing a very nice job mentally tonight of just battling back after going down in the count. Showing a lot of maturity up on the mound this evening. And the runner's going. That ball is fouled off. Big lead over at first base once again. Big lead. And he's going. There's the throw. He's got to hurry. And he is out at second. So, nice pickoff move. And he was going on the pitch. And there is one out here. And a full count on the batter. And so, alternate position here. Back-to-back outs on just one pitch here if they can convert. Strike three, and he dropped the ball, but the batter left the batter's box, so he is out, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Jake Hyatt comes to the plate. So McClanahan continues to look very strong on the mound through 5 innings here. And the pitch hit the batter, and he will move over to first base.
And now to the plate, it's the Eagles right fielder, number 10, Jack Huffman.
So Jack Huffman, the right fielder for CJ, comes to the plate. And they are going to lift the runner and send out a pinch runner.
Running now is number 6, Joe Wilson.
Joe Wilson comes in to run. Throw over. That was a sloppy throw, and they're going to have to hurry. He may go for 3. That was the first mistake there that McClanahan made, and it was just a lazy throw over to first and sailed right over the head of first baseman Alex Dunkel. So runner on second base here with 2 outs. And the sun peeking through some clouds. So it looks like the storm clouds have moved through, and now we've got some whiter clouds and a little bit of sun. That ball just missed high. So CJ's pitcher in the bullpen has completed his warm-ups and is now back in the dugout. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed by McClanahan. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ewald blocks that, but with the bounce it took, runner is able to advance to third base, but time to just concentrate on the batter here. So 2-1 is the count here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. There's a ground ball, foul down the first base line. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball sharply hit down the third base line. So batter is mixing it up here. McClanahan steps off the bag. Pitcher's mound. Danny Mangan playing way off the third base line, anticipating the pull. Swing and a miss. He dropped it. Ewald will take his time throwing to first, and McClanahan works himself out of yet another jam. And so at the end of 5 complete, score is 5-1 CJ. Okay, Zach Claiborne will return to the plate. Claiborne at bat last inning when Mangan was thrown out trying to steal second base. So Claiborne will get another crack, and they have left Simones out on the mound at least to start this inning. So Claiborne, Ewald, and Barhorst here in the top half of the sixth inning. Alter trailing 5-1. There's strike one. And Claiborne not seeing an awful lot of fastballs here tonight. Just smattered in with off-speed changeup and curves. And there's a fastball. Fouled back. 0-2 is the count. There's a ground ball in the gap, and it's going to be a tough throw. And Wisman's not even going to attempt that throw. And so Claiborne on base to lead things off, and that brings up Moose. Big Luke Ewald to the plate. And Scheretti is on deck. Barhorst is in the hole. This would be the inning to make a run with where we are in the lineup. There's a hard hit foul ball down the third baseline. Change up in the dirt. Throw over to first. No problem for Claiborne getting back. The delivery. That was a delayed strike. 1-2 is now the count. Another throw over to first. Another throw over to first. Delivery. Fastball high. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. And there's one away in the inning. And that will bring up sophomore Matt Scheretti to the plate. Barhorst on deck for the Knights. Ball one. Every pitch that is not a fastball tonight against the Knights is falling very short behind the plate. So the Knights having to reach out if they want to make contact. There's a fastball at the knees for strike one. Scheretti fouls that one back over the press box for strike number two. So quickly the Knights Down in the count here. Throw over to first. Another throw to first, and Claiborne not even really off the bag at that point. Another swing and a miss. Another one just making it over the plate. 2 outs, and Kevin Barhorst comes to the plate. So Claiborne leads things off with an infield single, but Knight's unable to move him over from first at this point. There are 2 outs here in the 6th inning. There's a fastball for strike 1. Throw over to first. Foul tip. Strike 2. So fastball adjust, but I'd be surprised if this was a fastball. Umpire not making any call whatsoever. That was a ball. I think Barhorst thought it was a strike, so he started running. But Claiborne is over on second base. So I guess we will give him a steal on that the hard way. And the count is 1-2 on Barhorst. There's a fastball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and after 5.5 complete, 5-1's the score. So Andrew Tillman leads things off for CJ here. And he will face a new pitcher, and Max Homan, freshman for Alter, comes to the mound. And first pitch is fouled off. McClanahan finishes the day with an outstanding outing, probably his best start of the year. He looked strong and battled the entire game, so just not getting a lot of support. First pitch ground ball to DeMario, who throws over to first for the first out in the inning. So that will bring up Cam Bernat, the third baseman for the Eagles. Okay, bunt back to the pitcher. He's got a hurried throw and not able to get it. So bunt put down in no man's land, and Homan having to turn his back to first base, and that will bring up Solomon for the Eagles. I would not be surprised to see back-to-back bunts here. Just missing ball one. Ball two. Homan just missing low on both pitches. Throw over to first. Short two. Looks like Homan's having trouble getting the gripping coming down the mound. And 3-0 is the count, so Homan needing a strike here. Ball four, and we have two aboard here. So Andrew Simones comes to the plate. Runners on first and second. Ball one. There's a ball hit in the gap. Sharetti comes up with it. He's going to be at the plate. And he is out at the plate. So Sharetti comes up with it. Throws it over. Dunkel makes a great play at the plate. And there are two outs in the inning. So Alter getting it out the non-conventional way on a line drive into the gap. And Sharetti bobbling it for a second. They decided to send the runner home, and they cut him down at the plate. So a couple of those today. So runners again on first and second, but this time two outs. Big lead at second. Homan will step off and just look him back. Ball is just short. There's a strike. 1-1 is the count. That ball is popped up in foul territory. Wayner coming over, but unable to get to the ball before it falls. And Homan ahead in the count, 1-2. One, two outs. Runners on first and second here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. There's a hard hit ball to right field. Scheretti is over and makes the catch. So Homan sets him down in the bottom half of the sixth inning, and going into the seventh, the score remains 5-1 CJ. Okay, it starts here in the top of the seventh with Ryan Mangan. So Alter within striking distance, but there is no tomorrow. It is this inning or bust in the top of the seventh. So we will have Mangan, Wayner, and Dunkel. And hopefully many, many more. Ball one. Mangan calls time. Not wanting to quick pitch here. There's strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. So a couple fastballs, and would think now is time to see one of his off-speed pitches. There it is, strike three. There's one out in the inning. So his MO on the mound has been the same all night. And now Wayner comes to the plate. Ball one. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2-1 is the count. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So we'll see if he comes back with a fastball or goes to his off speed again here. Normally, once he gets you to bite on a fastball, he'll throw off. And nope, he comes back with the fastball, and the count is full. Ball 4, and Wayner is on board here in the 7th inning.
First baseman number 23, Alex Dunkel.
So Alex Dunkel comes to the plate. Now against a very senior-laden CJ ball club. Alter puts 3 freshmen in the lineup right now against them. There's strike 1. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, who will have to throw over to first to get the out. And there are 2 away in the 7th. And Jack DeMario comes to the plate. So this is the second matchup of the season. If Alter and CJ meet again, it will be in tournament, and they are in the same bracket. So Alter would have to win a couple, and I believe CJ would have to win 1, perhaps, for them to meet. There's strike 1. Nobody, of course, expecting Alter to do anything in the tournament last year, and they upset one of the higher seeds in the first round. So anything is possible once you get to tournament. DeMario catches that one, but center fielder fades back, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. So Alter looking much better tonight against CJ, but coming up short. And the final score here tonight at Howe Field, 5-1 CJ. So Alter now moves on, and they will travel to Washington Courthouse tomorrow to play Miami Trace. So that game will not be on the air, but hopefully we'll see you on Thursday night at Brookville. So until then, this is Dave Homan. Have a great evening, and thanks for joining us.